All right. So we got 2 minutes, 2 minutes and counting to Battlefield 5 reveal. What are you guys thinking they're gonna show?
More like Battle Royale Field 5, because there'll maybe be a Battle Royale
Everybody
mode.
else.
Yeah.
So the thing is, I actually have inside knowledge of it because I've already edited the preview
Oh.
piece, but I can't tell anyone what it says yet
Okay.
because it's embargoed.
Blink once for Battle Royale mode. Twice for now.
But I'll say that I think Battlefield fans actually will be pretty happy overall. I don't know. I think the Call of Duty event, I felt a little like, it was okay. I think this one will be better, but we'll have to see how the presentation is. You know, that can mean a lot. So.
I only ever really played Vietnam. What distinguishes Battlefield from Call of Duty? What's the
I think the size.
size?
Yeah.
These are-
You know, Call of Duty is always about the really like tight maps, and like a very frantic experience. It's I would say more directly, like more closer to like a Counter-Strike sort of experience. You know, whereas Battlefield has always been about like being on a really big battlefield and you have
Hence the name.
vehicles and you have tanks and whatnot. Oh, we get a disclaimer about the weapons we're gonna see. I guess that's good. It's like we're live. Here it comes, guys. We're gonna get our trailer. Or not. Oh, okay. We're gonna get a little behind the scenes. Yeah.
Oh,
There we go.
thanks, Trevor.
It is. Yeah.
You know, I've been playing Battlefield as long as I can remember. And over the past 16 years, these games have come a long way. From 1942 to
Wow, it's
Bad
been
Company
16
to
years.
Battlefield 4 and up to Battlefield
No
1.
kidding.
And today, I'm taking on the most important mission objective I've ever been a part of, telling all of you about Battlefield 5. I'm geared up, ready to go. My squad's out there, so let's deploy because we are live in London. Let's get the show started.
All right, we're gonna decrease our desktop volume a little bit here. And OBS is good. Let me know how that sounds. Cool.
It's like, just like at a Call of Duty, they decide to start with a retrospective.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, it's funny seeing like the old version of the game.
Come a long way.
Yeah. I know. The graphics were so. But at the time, they were like Battlefield's always been sort of on the cutting edge of the graphics.
That's true. They've always pushed it.
Yeah.
Battlefield 5 live reveal. I'm your host for this evening, Trevor Noah, and I'm so excited to
Well, having Trevor Noah as a host is automatically a win over the Call of Duty event.
everyone's already assumed is Battlefield 5.
Battlefield veteran.
I mean, and not Battlefield V. Could be V. Why not V? Battlefield V could be just as good. Yeah, I do love that fans on Twitter are actually changing the V's in their profiles for this game, something my mother did many years ago ahead of the curve. And most people don't know this, but the V in my name is actually a 5. Yeah, my name is actually pronounced Trev 5 or Noah. Very unique. As a huge fan of these games, I've always loved how captivating Battlefield is. And today, you'll see that Battlefield 5 has the most immersive battlefield ever. If you've ever been in a battle with me, you know that I'm the most dedicated support class you will ever meet. I'm in the mud, repairing tanks. You know, I'm laying down mines as tank rushers come in. One time, I
If he's really dedicated, he would just
I'm sticking with it.
Yeah, Trevor Noah's hosting.
If he's really dedicated, he would post his.
That's in our headline
He posts his
on the
gamer
site.
tag for
So.
us.
This game is going to have tons of moments like that. There are so many new and exciting features coming to you in Battlefield 5 that you will learn about today. The next level of large-scale multiplayer, Battlefield 5 single-player war stories, and we'll start showing you the epic post-launch journey all players will experience when the game is finally released. And you know we've got some other surprises, so why waste time? Let's get straight into it and get the show started.
Post-launch content.
Battlefield 5, Andreas Morel,
Oh,
Mark
boy.
Hoppe, and Lars
Nice
Gustafsson.
little round.
Fortifications.
Trevor Noah's paycheck was for this.
Gentlemen,
25 grand. Oh, I bet he did. He's a fan. He's a
I am here as a gamer. I am here as a Battlefield
Exclusive
player.
skins.
Only the questions
Maybe
I
they'll
have
let
to
you
you have made a horrible
build
mistake.
your own fortifications in the game.
Maybe they will.
Taking players back to where the Battlefield franchise started, World War II. Now, at this point, are you like those guys, those elderly pilots that they find on islands in the Pacific, who think the war never ends? Is that who you are right now? Totally. We're sending right to you, But why go back to that now?
They didn't tell
To
me
be
there
honest,
was jokes on this page.
we yearn for you to go back to
Poor game developers.
60 years ago. Technology has evolved. The team has gained so much experience that this is really the game we want to be. That we did.
It's really something that the guys back home does. It's really
Oh yeah, I want some avalanches. Avalanches are fun.
Mr. Battlefield. It was there.
Mr. Battlefield, that was the nickname.
So they're going a bit.
I'm known as Madame Battlefield. Now, players have experienced World War II in so many movies and games. It's really difficult to come up with a new and fresh perspective. What perspective are you bringing to it with this version of Battlefield? Andreas, will this be more Saving Private Ryan or Inglourious Basterds?
So we've seen all the movies. We're playing the games. We've been in there. I'm pretty sure at least I can navigate half the fronts of the map. Just
Never
from
really seen the
So
trail.
for us, going back to where we began for us,
That is a buzz phrase.
World War II experience that no one's ever seen before. Really kind of hitting on the unseen locations, the untold stories that aren't.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, for us, it really taking you on the journey from the start. At the goal, you will be able to pay the German forces, British forces, and we want to take you on that journey, to exotic places like freezing Scandinavia, Hometown, but in Norway, or rugged deserts where the battles took place in Northern Africa. Why not to the ruins of the ones that you did from Rotterdam? So it's really to take you on the journey. We want to do this with a kind of fresh and modern take.
It's also a really good way to vary the gameplay,
Mm-hmm.
so it's just not what everyone's already seen.
Change weaponry, change combat.
Different settings, yeah.
I really wish they went with a curved screen like Sonic has as well.
Yeah, right? Curve screens are a thing now, come on.
Expensive curved screen that will always be.
This wasn't in the budget.
At least 3 Trevor Noah pages.
Multiplayer that the franchise is known for, and sort of fan classics like Conquest and some of the new modes they guys are working on like Airborne. Going back with the war stories for that anthology storytelling we had, we built a BF1 and telling
See what kind of watch is that?
women that changed history. I mean, we get to tell them they call us back to Battlefield 5, and that's a huge thing for us.
Yeah, they all have that same giant circular watch.
This is just the beginning.
I'm sure it's period accurate.
Twitter, tell me.
It always feels like such a journey. That's what it always feels like with Battlefield. Like one thing I loved about the game was how the maps of the world were constantly changing. I felt like my bedroom at home. I never knew what to expect. And I think when looking at this game, Andreas, what's your vision to take this to the next level?
So we're really building on what we started with the previous games. It's really about giving players the most immersive world that they can enter. Just really grounded it, expanding on the movement stuff that we've done so well, really pushing all these new features that we're going to be talking about.
Right, it sounds great. I'm genuinely excited. I have a few highlights that I'm looking forward to.
What is the last Battlefield game you guys played?
Some of the gameplay.
Company 2 getting on.
I played a little bit
Give you
of,
access to new abilities to create your own and brand new Battlefield.
played a little one.
Now there's a deeper connection
really hard
between the
one.
player and the world around you. You will be physically pushed by the shockwaves and explosions.
Those are the most
You can
recent
experience
ones.
completely
Start
new
playing
ways
Cops and
to
Robbers
traverse
Mm-hmm.
and tactically maneuver
Weird.
across
I played a fair amount of 4.
Okay, yeah, I played 4 and 2. I played mostly 2 a lot.
hanging from destroyed buildings, whereas high caliber rounds.
I didn't play much of Battlefield 1.
I played a little bit. It
Also bringing
got
back classic
a
modes,
little
such as
repetitive
the
for me.
Georgia Rule Conquest but we also have new modes and experiences for our unique take on World War II. We're bringing back
Oh, those are cool looking planes.
and we're calling it Grand Operations. Here, you'll experience multiple game modes as you fight over multiple maps, all wrapped with
I always
a
liked
power
the
narrative
tanks.
journey
I was pretty good with the
historically
tanks.
inspired battles from World War II.
That was terrible.
With the return of our anthology format for single-player war stories, with new characters to meet and untold stories to discover. Back to you, Trevor.
Now, Daniel just talked about a new multiplayer experience called Grand Operations. And I'm really excited because it sounds to me like you can pilot a giant grand piano like a tank. I'm pretty certain that's what it is, right, Andreas?
I'm not sure about the piano, but it's definitely massive. It's really about reliving all these power fantasies from World War II, like airborne, being power dropped in, and it's operations from Battlefield 1, but bigger. It's really good.
Yeah, I mean, what we want players to feel like is sort of a dynamic player-impacted experience, taking place over 4 fictional.
Yeah, I want to hear them talk about, can you actually pilot a plane without immediately running it into the ground? No, the piloting in the last Star Wars Battlefront game was actually the first one I think I played where
As the two main forces start to battle
it was
over
not
D2 in a
ridiculous.
game of Breakthrough,
That's true. Usually I get into a
lives
plane
you have
and it's
left
just,
remaining depending on what you
you're
get
done
paid
from
for.
there.
And then as you continue to push on into new locations, we're going to see things like Conquest Assault, where players continue to fight for that terrain. And
Jumping
assuming,
out of
when
a
we see these players end up in a
plane
giant stalemate,
into like,
then they're going to
as a
enter phase 4, which
paratrooper
is
though,
final step.
in the
I
middle
mean,
of a firefight.
this is sort of
That'd be
tired,
pretty cool.
muddy, no
That would be
resources
awesome.
left. You've got just you, your squad, and one clip, and you all fight to the last man standing with the weight of the world on your shoulders.
So this is a game mode that you may never see if your games are not in a stalemate. You may never get to that 4th map and 4th storyline.
Exactly.
That's an exciting way to play the game. I want to know when we can see more of that.
2 weeks, here playing Los Angeles. You get hands-on multiplayer for the first time if you're there.
So even the reveal of Grand Operations spans across multiple events. Wow.
Zing!
Are they not going to be showing
I
gameplay?
have to say, I heard
I
you guys
think
say
they
that
are,
it's
yeah,
quite
but I
interesting,
don't think
and that's
there's
one
going
of
to
my
be
favorite
any
aspects of
hands-on
Battlefield
kind of
Lost
stuff
is
from
more about
anyone.
I definitely can. I mean, I'm happy to say that for the first time since Battlefield 3.
So it's going to be like trailers.
Combined
Okay.
Okay.
And here it's yet another way to experience that Battlefield sounds, next to our war stories and the multiplayer. And what we want to do here is to allow you...
Battlefield, unlike Call of Duty, will not have you fighting zombies on the Titanic.
The Titanic.
So
Does
allow
that-
that to be the headline one
does
way or
she
the
have a
other.
robot arm?
I don't think so.
Looks like a robot.
It looks kind of robot-y, but I think it's just like bandages or something.
Getting detected might mean death, and you will soon
You
be
may as
struck
well
by
be too soon.
resource scarcity. You need to find
Not gonna be
ways
zombies, it's
find
gonna
your way
be
to the
Cyborgs.
rogue AI.
States
It's a
are high.
never foreseen vision of World War II. Advanced killer robots.
It's kind of win or lose. It's up to you.
I've been a huge fan of war stories. The single-player campaign in Battlefield 1. What I truly enjoyed about it was I felt like I was learning about the stories behind the war and playing through the stories of the war, and it didn't always end well. And what I loved is because of that history element. Like, for instance, I told my little brother, I said, hey, if mom ever catches you playing, just say this is a history class that you're doing on the console. And then what I'll do is I'll tell my mom he was going to do that so she would know that I was
The
always her
Assassin's
favorite.
Creed defense.
And
The Assassin's
we're
Creed
seeing
defense.
the story, Lars. Like, how is single player going to change in Battlefield
I mean,
5?
they do have that educational mode now, so it is a valid in-game supported defense.
It's changing. I mean, to me, I'm happy that you like the war stories. And for us, the war stories are really our opportunity to put the war into perspective. It's really about those human and untold stories of the war. We try to portray those kind of real and relatable people facing epic warfare. It's Battlefield after all, so we'll be talking a lot here today about the gameplay improvements. So player agency is key, so you can create your own Battlefield. So at the bottom line, it's about allowing you to witness the Second World War, but through the eyes of the men and women that changed the world. Yeah, I mean, as you can see here, I mean, this is one of the war stories that we're going to be talking about first. I mean, this is our Nordlys story. This is the story of a young woman who is part of the Norwegian resistance fighters fighting the German occupation during World War II. I mean, this is an exploration of emotion and feelings. It's a family story.
You know, and this not only sort of
It's a family story, yeah.
players in the reality, but sort of sets the context of the World War II that we're trying to create. It does. It's not often that you find stories that connect with the emotion
I mean,
of the characters in the story.
let's be honest though, this is all kind of BS. I do think Call of Duty made the right call by not having like a campaign for the most part.
Well, I think it's important.
I don't know, like it's just the war stories. Really, the war stories in Battlefield 1 I thought were kind of.
They're a little weak.
They were good for benchmarking the game. I did appreciate that.
They didn't provide you with the raw human drama you were looking for.
No. I mean, they tried.
I like having the option of either having a campaign or just having.
Look at this screen.
See, that's what they could have. Well, that was kind of weird. Chink in it, but.
Yeah, I think they actually measured wrong, and they were like, oh crap, it's supposed to be a little bit bigger.
In the
Gotta put another one on the end there.
And also unleash secret weapons for World War II. Weapons that are powerful enough to turn the tide of any battle. And with the new fortification system, you can be more strategic than ever in how you choose to defend or advance through the terrain. Back to you guys.
Every time they cut to him, I think he's going to like show off some
Yeah.
gameplay.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, what is he doing over there? Did they just like not make the desk big enough?
I remember once I was
That seems to be an issue with them just not figuring out dimensions ahead of time in this
guns, and I was talking about the recoil and what I liked about the sights versus other guns. And he turned to me at one point and said, "Oh, where did you serve?" And I felt embarrassed because I was like, "Oh, Battlefield 3. That's where I was." And instead of him being angry, he was like, "I didn't know that there was a game that was that immersive, something that really was as true to real without being a war simulation as possible." Guys, tell me about some of your favorite weapons in the game, some of the new vehicles that will be available in Battlefield 5.
I think at first, just by going back to this era, the pool of hardware that we can choose from is immense. There's so much there, and for me, being a vehicle guy, it's really quite simple.
Yes.
Choice. It's the
Vehicles.
I'm
I'm not sure why they even let you be on foot in the game. It really,
What do you like?
it really
about
should
it?
just be
What
World
do you
Tanks.
You see it? So I think
What, like the looks?
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get much agreement on that actually.
Looking at those tanks makes me want new Advanced Wars game. Did you guys ever play those?
A little bit, yeah.
It's really fun. It'd be great on the Switch. They brought that series back.
Right.
That would be
And just run around the tank dying.
Yeah,
And then
anything on
like,
Switch.
who's that guy looking at the tank?
come on, it's beautiful.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, good.
So Andreas is a tank guy. Mr. Battlefield Lars, how about you?
I'm with you.
Yeah, it's weird. I know. Yeah.
We've been trying to hide it. No, it's not. The fact that I'm also a support player. I can't hit the barn from the inside, so I need the big flips. And for me, the MG42 is really the weapon I play in the play wise. It has that iconic sound that you know, it sends fear all over the map. And another part of it is the new kind of system which Daniel talked about for high caliber weapons. So previously I could make the same impact as a pistol pre-move basically. This time around it comes with a punch, so where the pistol gets stuck in the wall, I can rip through. So I can finally make a difference on the battlefield.
Hashtag no more knocking. I like this. Alright, so we got a tank guy. We've got a weapons guy. Ryan?
Well, sort of embarrassing to admit, unlike Lars, I can't hit a barn, period. So for me, it's the toolbox. In Battlefield 1, all players had a gas mask. In Battlefield 5, we're going to replace that gas mask with a toolbox. So that means I can run around the battlefield with my toolbox, setting up fortification.
Oh, okay.
And
sort of really change.
Yeah.
So is this like going to be a Fortnite style
We can actually hit something. I can
system, I'm
have
guessing?
some value when playing
But
this.
you can't
Wait,
say.
so
Just do it.
fortifications, you just
Tear
said
gas
that,
would
but
be
what is
kinda cool,
fortifications?
Well, I mean, this as a support weapon, I think this is something you're really love. It's something
I mean,
is a great
I really like playing the engineer in any game. So I do really like the idea of fortifications.
Yeah.
I actually kind of disappointed on how they work in Fortnite because they're not really about making fortifications. It's about making weird ramps so you can jump on top of
You can
people.
build foxholes instead of machine guns, so people like Lars can sit there and
camp out at choke points. I mean, this is going to change the
That would be
strategic
cool,
way
though.
people play both as attackers and defenders.
Was that
Dig
a
your own
response to the
trenches.
gaming community? Because I know as a Battlefield gamer, I always wanted what I didn't.
Yeah,
have.
dig your own
first
trenches,
I was
make your own
going,
watchtower,
hey, guys,
make
I
your
need
own, like,
destruction. I
turret,
need places to fall apart.
anti-tank
And then
turret
at
or
some point,
something.
Too much destruction, too much
Especially
destruction.
because
Like,
things
there's
do get
nothing
destroyed.
left. Was this a response?
Yeah.
I mean, we had a lot of esteemed
Me
players
with,
here in the studio today, and
destructible
in the
environments.
community overall, who at some point, especially when we were testing camp, we came to a point where the level was leveled. One was leveled and you couldn't advance. So basically, this is to counter that and give you an additional kind of toolbox to rebuild, and then you and I can come in as heroes again, and they fortify, we come there and we add an extra heavy machine gun or an AA gun, so it's kind of teamwork once again, and we are the celebrated heroes. We are the celebrated heroes we deserve to be. I like that, Lars, thank you. Now that we've learned about the tools, let's hear about the company. Here to tell us more, please welcome Natalie Eck.
This is really being quick hits though. Like, look how they've already gone through like 4 things.
Completely new to Battlefield 5.
I'm not even sure if this is going to be an hour long at this point.
Customize soldiers, weapons, and vehicles that you can tailor and grow as you play.
Like,
The company is the heart and soul of your personal experience, and the choices you make
I
here
can't decide
for
if
your
her
company
shirt's like a
actually matters.
blouse or a wrap.
Not only with your choices
It does
affect
kinda
how
look
you
like a
work,
robot arm,
but
doesn't it?
also how your weapons and vehicles play.
it's weird.
As you squad up with your friends, make sure to pick a soldier that complements the rest of your squad to take on the battle ahead.
I mean, I'm sure they had prosthetics back then,
During
but
the game,
that looks
Maybe not that advanced.
that looks very
check by
cybernetic.
calling your company and
Yeah,
bring
it's
in
got
the
a-
right
for
soldier,
sure it's got a
weapon,
belt,
or
so is
vehicle
it
to
a-
suit your situation.
Is it a
Back to you,
vacuum
Trevor.
gun? Is it a-
Andreas, that really
Focusing on
sounds
the
awesome.
important things here.
About the company and how it works, because you know I know from my years in Battlefield that the group that really plays together stays together.
Now the company is something that we're super excited
I've
about.
learned from my time that
You can now
the
create
group
your
that
own
plays together screams at each other,
take on to the
and then
battlefield.
eventually
It's
they
really
all
up to
die
you
in
to
different
decide
places in the map.
how you want them to play, and also how they look. So as you quickly
It does
playing
look
and you get
robotic.
better, your soldiers
Right.
get
Yeah,
better.
it does,
So give me an
doesn't it?
example of how this would impact me as a
So,
support class.
Huh.
So if you take your support class player you want, you start playing with that soldier, and you start progressing, and you're going to unlock that. Set
I like the guy in the
these
front's
new
like,
perks,
you know,
some of these new,
I didn't really need to carry anything. I just
Yeah.
put on a tank top, showed up.
Heroes don't keep-
First look at 6 minutes.
Wow.
6 minutes.
They are cruising.
And then you decide, well, I think this needs
We
to
throw a
go back
timer
to
on the
so
stream.
you sort of make that machine
A
your own.
countdown.
And then you go in and you grab that sort of iconic support outfit that you really want to
6
wear.
minutes to
You
trailer.
jump in with some friends and off you go.
You know, it's funny you brought up customization because
It is funny. It's almost like we planned it.
But looking badass is the most important thing. I think anyone who's been in war can agree with this.
I wonder if there's going to be the same level of
Please
weapon
tell me that I can
customization that
customize my look
Black Ops
to be
is
completely
offering.
badass in the battlefield.
I
Yeah, of
kind
course.
of don't.
if it's worth doing.
Not in the guns.
Not in the guns.
So
If they wanna
I think,
keep
you
it
know, part of the
historically
tactical gameplay that
accurate,
comes with Battlefield, and what we want to do is give you the ability to
All right,
play
never mind
open
then.
So,
You heard it here
don't worry
first.
about the soldiers. This is your soldiers in their boots going into battle.
I guess all the
I
money
mean,
they
I-
can make off skins.
We're gonna have a preview up here pretty soon on the Digital Trends site, and
this is going to
it actually goes into a lot more detail
And obviously, I want to get as much of that arsenal
than
as
what they're
possible.
talking
How do I
about
get
here,
in
which
getting
kind of
on
surprises me.
play the game.
I thought they would
overall players
maybe
you get rewarded for playing the game.
explain things a bit more.
It's pretty short. It's whatever
They're
you
respecting
want
the
to do,
audience's
it's your
time
company.
and
You
ours.
have
I
I
like that.
guess. Yeah.
We set out to commit to that you always feel rewarded for what you do, whatever you play. So you just play to unlock these items. Then I guess I have to ask, and I know it's a sensitive subject.
Uh-oh, here it
so I'm
comes.
gonna go there. Is this game going to be pay to win?
Ooh,
Trevor, that's rude.
going hard on the questions.
What if I have a lot of money?
For me.
So you won't be able to pay?
No. So in Battlefield, it's always been about balanced rock paper scissors gameplay, and it still is. You really have to, like Les was saying, you have to play the game to earn new gear, and skill is really key.
Okay, but what about premium pass? Will it be one of those games where I have to shell out another $50 6 months after I've bought the game? Is that how it works?
Well, I get the fun part of not taking any more of your money as well. But no, there's no more premium pass in this game. This means no more.
No premium pass!
Thank you. It's the least I can do.
Thank you.
Yes.
I mean, this means no more paying for maps, no more paying for modes. You know, this is something the community has asked for. This is something the team really believes in. So what we want.
I think it is the
where people
cosmetics.
stay together. They play the games together.
I mean, they said it's not going to be pay to win. That doesn't mean you can't pay
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
for
right? That's why
cosmetics.
This is my nickname, No Maps Noah.
You know, I'm okay with that. Because,
I mean, it's worked for Overwatch.
About what happens after the game launches. So, to tell us all about live
will there be
service,
hats?
please welcome back Natalie.
Oh, I'm sure there'll be
and
hats.
So launch is really just the beginning. Tides of War is an epic journey that you or your company will take through World War II. It will bring you an evolving, diverse game that will grow over time as we immerse you and your company in different theaters of war. Playing Battlefield 5 is an experience.
This guy's
unlike
like, I
any
found
other.
another
It is
television
different from all
to
previous
stand by.
Battlefield games.
Again, every time they
And
pan to
show-
the TV,
And
I
nothing
think they're going to show
to
Show
something.
the
there.
logo.
Yes, and there will always be new battles, new fronts, and rewards on the horizon.
Who does her
And by
eyebrows?
removing Premium Pass, we are keeping
As
the
we're approaching
community
this trailer.
So this time, there will be no expansion packs, and all players will be able to take part in the same journey through Battlefield 5.
No season passes.
And with Tides of War, our players will experience themed chapters of World War II, each spanning over several months. And these will focus on key moments that impacted the outcome of the conflict. Trevor?
This sounds to me like a wild, full ride through World War II, but Lars, like, how big of a journey will this be?
How long is this trip? No, I mean, to put it into
How
perspective,
many
this
hours
was
of
World
gameplay
War.
is going to be on the
And I
Battlefield
mean, to
5?
me, it's going to be a huge journey.
How many hours?
I mean, we want to take you on that journey with chapters from
I mean,
history. And at the end of it, we really want
As
you
much
to
as you want, I think.
kind of experience
I
it
mean, even like
daily,
Battlefield 1
weekly,
was like, you could
monthly,
play. That was a game you could easily play for hundreds of hours.
Yeah.
grand operations and experience.
But if this one has a
achieve
campaign.
those special assignments
Oh, well, the campaign is probably really
with
short.
extra rewards, so
I would bet.
so it is about keeping it fresh and constantly evolving. Since what we see here, talk about here today is just.
I wonder how much of this is a reaction to the Battlefront scandals.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of it.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
I
I mean, they want to message it
It sounds
really
like it's gonna
well.
be one of those experiences where the more I
been a
play,
year of
the more cool
apology
stuff I can
journeys.
get. I get rewarded for my time. Is that going to be across different modes?
It's really simple. You just have to play the game to earn your cool gear. Doesn't matter if it's multiplayer or combined arms. Like you
So
see
we
here,
got-
you'll be able to earn new vehicles, new weapons.
No
new
hats.
tags.
Well, there's skins.
But there are skins, and there is face paint.
Ooh, face paint. Ooh, dog tags. That'd be kind of fun.
So,
Really be standing out on the battlefield the way you want it to be.
But it sounds amazing, and I only have one question, and that is, when does this all start?
Well, the game launches in October. So starting November, running through early 2019, we're going to start with our first chapter, which is going to focus on the fall of Europe. So we're gonna explore some of the German mechanized war machine as it pushes its way into Europe. This is going to be live gameplay focused events. We're going to have thematic rewards tied to this. You know, we can't wait to talk to the community more about this between as we lead up to launch.
I'm not gonna lie, you guys have definitely raised my analog stick, and I think we've waited long enough. This is the most immersive battlefield yet
Trevor's just trying to
in a
prove he's
World War
gamer.
II you have never seen before, where launch is just the beginning of the journey. I'm done talking. I think it's time we see this thing. Are you all ready?
Has it been 6 minutes? Do we
Well,
know?
here it is, ladies and gentlemen. The first
I think it has been,
reveal
yeah.
trailer for
It's
Battlefield
126.
5.
okay, here we go. Buckle up. Sweet, sweet Frostbite engine. Oh. What was that stutter?
Robot arm.
Oh, robot arm down.
Okay, they can rebuild it.
Whoa. So this is cool, but it's also not
Yeah.
gameplay.
Didn't say it was going to be a gameplay reveal, did they?
No,
Just
they
a-
didn't.
just a reveal.
That was good.
Jinx falling out of the sky.
Oh, it is gameplay. Well, I mean, like, I'm not denying the Frostbite engine can look that good,
That's
but
a-
the cinematography, I mean, like,
I'll say that was a clean transition.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good.
The color palette's interesting, actually. It's a pretty bright game. Oh man, this guy, yeah, he's like, I'm getting kill streak.
See, that would be me right there. Immediately crashing the plane.
Oh, it's hey, look, it's the shush guy.
Where'd she get that from?
You know, just-
You are an interesting person with your claw arm.
So it looked more like a realistic World War II prosthetic in that trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't look so cybernetic.
Pre-order now for open beta access. Woo! Games play best on Xbox One, except when they don't.
Wow. Wow.
Which they're not gonna look like that.
They actually play best on PC.
You saw the thing, man? The hop? I hope you
Careful,
got
Matt,
insurance.
you're
That
gonna
was
get
insane. Did you see that?
some harsh
Look,
commentary on
it's
that
true.
one.
Some people don't like the truth, but
I'm not saying it
Person
before.
jumped on their back and then started shooting while moving on their back.
It's cool.
That's all I can say. This is what happens when you live life in a tank, Andreas. That was exciting. Give it up for them one more time. That was an amazing trailer. Oh, wow. So wait, so before we go, am I correct in saying there were some new animations, there were some new moves that you could do in the game?
That's a few.
Okay, thank you, Andreas. Thank you, Andreas.
This is a
there
tight
will be
lipped
more
panel.
about that in the preview piece.
Huge call out. Helping us to get
Just
those
FYI.
games, they are truly amazing. And our fans. Again, we've been waiting for this moment for so long to be able to reveal what we've been working on.
This is really packed with gameplay, and
Mhm.
a lot of
Hey.
this is directly
We're packed with gameplay in here.
leading to a lot of these improvements.
Except not.
A huge thank you for
The game's
for
packed with
the support
gameplay,
once
which
again
is good.
for doing it.
Revealvin is
Carry
not.
on.
That's it. And I'm pretty sure the look on your face, you know, hits the mark they're going for.
Yeah,
Say that
yeah,
without
I'm
expecting.
I'm excited. I'm excited. Give it up for the people in Stockholm, please. Wow. Wow. Battlefield 5 launches worldwide on October 19th. In the meantime,
Unless you
these
bought the
guys
deluxe
are
edition.
giving away
Origin
free
access.
expansion packs in Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 4. So just head to battlefield.com for all the details. And next up is EA Play on June 9th, where you'll see multiplayer for the very first time.
E3.
I hope all of you are as
It's coming
excited
up.
as I am for Battlefield 5. To watch that trailer again, go to youtube.com/battlefield. And if you want more info, join some of the team here with Xbox, who are hosting an exclusive post-show on mixer.com/Xbox.
Oh, really?
Show for tonight. Thank you so much for
An
joining
exclusive
us.
post show on Mixer? Okay, well, let's everyone just jump on over there.
Yeah, look, I guess I better.
Hey, where's Mike?
Over there.
Where you at?
Oh, is Mike in the crowd?
He should be. Yeah, this thing's in London.
I see him. There he is, right there.
You should have worked
You
out
see-
like
you
a
see him?
secret signal that he would send.
Pull my leg and eat. Well, I guess that's it.
You guys hyped? I'm hyped.
Battlefield the 5th. It looked good.
I mean, I'm hyped, but not based on what I heard here. So we have our preview piece going up in like half an hour, so you actually will hear more about the game then. More details about it than what you heard here in this reveal event, in terms of how it plays and how the game modes are going to work. That it actually is still embargoed until another half hour, until 2 o'clock is when that's going to lift. So keep your eyes peeled.
The
Um,
anticipation.
Now, it looks like the stream's. I guess it's not live anymore, so we'll just leave that. So, guys, what do you think though overall? Are you? Well, you don't play a lot of Battlefield games. What do you think?
It looks well made. There's so many shooters these days. I'm curious what I would get distinctly out of this. Like, how's it gonna drag me away from Overwatch, Rainbow
Yeah.
Six, Battlegrounds, all that stuff. But it looked very well made.
Yeah, and that is, you mentioned Battlegrounds. You know, there was no Battle Royale hinted at here. Never mind announced. And I think that's because there's not going to be Battle Royale.
They're not going to try and compete in that. And that's a rapidly crowding field, I guess.
It is, yeah. What about you, Marie? What do you think?
I'm excited to see exactly how it's going to play out. I like the fact that there's no premium pass anymore.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Everything is just going to be solely cosmetic based. Gameplay is going to be interesting for me to see.
Yeah.
I played, Battlefield 1 and it was great. But I want to see if this is just the same thing, just World War II, or if it's going to stand out in a significant way from what they've done in the past.
Yeah.
Now that they're going more into like the period piece type games, are they just going to fall into like Assassin's Creed territory where it's just the same game just remade in a different time?
Yeah. I think I do like the expansions being free, because that was always a weird thing with Battlefield, because like I would get the game when it came out, the ones that I did play, and then I would probably play it for like a few weeks, and then later on I'd be like, oh, I want to play Battlefield again, like maybe a few months later, and then be like, oh crap, but I don't have the expansion, so I don't get like the new stuff, and I can't play any of the new maps, and then it's like getting me to load the game up again means like having to spend another $20.
Yeah.
So I never did. I never did just spend the $20. I always, I would just go buy a new game.
Yeah.
Instead of just spending more money on this game that I already bought. So
I agree. That's definitely going to be a bit of a game changer as far as keeping people on the servers and interested.
Yeah, and it does make me wonder like what their plan for a path forward is, because, at this point, if you have like those free things coming out, like, is there going to be a point where it's like, why even do Battlefield like 6 or whatever it's going to be? Like, just make Battlefield 5 better.
Just keep updating it.
Because you want to make more money. Eventually.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, but there's like that. Well, like consider Overwatch, for instance. Like Overwatch, there's not going to be Overwatch 2.
You don't think so?
No.
Never.
I don't think
Never.
so.
No.
I don't think so.
Not even with like the next generation of consoles.
No, they could branch out and make a different Overwatch game, but I don't think there would be an Overwatch 2.
Yeah. And with Battlefield, they tried to do like on a yearly schedule, and I think they've been successful in that as of the last 4 or 5 years at the very least. So.
No, I think you've got a point. If they start putting out expansions and maps and everything for free, I mean, I guess at a certain point they would just stop and focus on.
Yeah.
But they're still putting out expansions for Battlefield 4, and that's 2 iterations ago.
So why not just like make all those games the same thing? In a sense, like.
Well.
I mean that's what I would ultimately want. Like, I don't want even to just like buy Battlefield 5. Like, I would really like to be able to just be like, I want to play Battlefield, and then I could just have one account. All the Battlefield stuff. Like my progress is tracking across all those different games. I think that would be really cool. It would make me more likely to keep playing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of like what Will said, is if they just make it the same, then what's going to push people to start or even stay playing that if they already have established?
Yeah, and I wanted to hear more about the fortifications.
Yeah. Because
that seems like it's going to be like one of the big changes, and they really just showed like 2 brief screenshots. They didn't even show it in the trailer. So
maybe they're trying to shy away from making that a focal point just so that they won't get the comparisons between Overwatch.
Or they might just be milking it.
Fortnite.
Because they're like, in 2 weeks we'll show you some more, and then.
I mean, that could also be a very legitimate.
All right, well, I think we're going to go ahead and end the stream then. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Like I said, Battlefield 5 preview will be up in about half an hour, so go to digitaltrends.com, check that out.